Welcome back to another edition of Game Pass Roulette. This is the world-renowned series where I plug all 400 plus Game Pass titles into a wheel randomizer and let fate decide what I play. As a quick reminder, here are the ground rules. Whatever the wheel lands on is what I'll play. I'll play the game for about an hour, and then give it 2 separate ratings on a scale of 1 to 10 based on the following criteria. How much did I enjoy my time playing the game? And what is the likelihood that I would actually come back and keep playing it? And with that, let's spin the wheel! Citizen Sleeper. I've never heard of that game in my life. I like to think I'm somewhat well versed in video game knowledge, so I'm genuinely excited to check out something that I've never heard of before. Immediately after launching the game, the first word that pops into my head is atmosphere. The music playing is this sort of moody space ballad that's nice to listen to, but also a little unsettling at the same time. I also see that a sequel has already been announced for the game, so congratulations Citizen Sleeper, way to go! I start a new game and am prompted to pick my character class. The 3 options are Machinist, Operator, and Extractor. Each class has certain bonus stats, but at the cost of another stat being negatively impacted. I picked Machinist because the artwork is giving robot vibes, and I figured being good at engineering would be helpful. The game immediately gives me a wall of text to read, prompting me to remember a past, more human version of myself. The game describes how my character and several others boarded a space freighter in hopes of finding a better version of life. The game's dialogue is bleak, but does a great job of evoking emotions like claustrophobia, uncertainty, and a slight glimmer of hope. The game immediately reminds me of Disco Elysium, which has a similar ascending dialogue tree and text prompts. These titles also share similar gameplay features, which we'll get into in a little bit. After I'm done speaking with my own conscience, I get to meet a funny looking guy named Dragos. He apparently dragged me from the freighter and offers for me to come work with him. He figures my robot body would be really good at hard labor, which is rude, but probably accurate. I also learn more about where I landed, which is a space station called Erlin's Eye. I can't really travel around right now, but I'm given a nice cozy container to sleep in. Living the high life, I tell you what. While in the container, I get to learn more about gameplay. Basically, the game revolves around a daily cycle, where you're given a limited number of dice to undertake certain actions. There are varying types of dice, with each having differing success rates from one another. This leads to an added element of strategy when deciding what dice you want to use for what actions. Additionally, your character has to manage their overall condition and hunger levels. This creates more complexity, as you have to make sure you're spending both dice rolls and currency that you earn to feed yourself and acquire robot medicine from the local doctor. Overall, I really appreciate the flexibility in this approach, as the game doesn't hold your hand telling you what to do. You're free to approach tasks in any order you want, provided you're not murdering yourself with poorly executed rolls. Shit. The game also has a leveling system with a skill tree of sorts. I didn't get to play around with this too much, as I only leveled up once while playing. The game has a unique style with the artwork for various characters you meet, combined with the larger 3D models of the ships and the environment. The characters I met were also engaging, with their own interesting storylines and tasks for you to accomplish. As you probably noticed so far, the game is very dialogue heavy, but it's written extremely well. For example, after exploring the ship and accomplishing a few tasks, I went to my container and started daydreaming about space. I read through a series of dialogue options until I see the text here that something is hunting me. I then get a mission prompt indicating this wasn't just a daydream. Uh-oh. I was genuinely surprised by how unsettling this was, just from the atmosphere the game painted through its writing. And with that, let's get to the ratings. In terms of how much I enjoyed my experience, I'm gonna go with a 7. I really enjoyed the atmosphere and storytelling, and really appreciated the game's freedom and how it allowed me to approach certain tasks. It also provided a unique variation of the dice gameplay mechanic that I have not seen before. My biggest complaint would just be that some of the overall pacing felt a bit weighed down by the vast amount of text you have to read, but this is very much a personal preference. Next, what is the likelihood that I would come back and play this game again? I'm gonna go with a 7 for this as well. The narrative was intriguing, and I do want to learn more about this world and what's going on. Due to the text-heavy nature of the game's narrative, I may have to be in a certain mood to play though. And that's it for Citizen Sleeper. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the game. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll definitely be looking to make more of this series down the road. Thanks again for watching.